of you.
All right, everyone, are you looking for a new job, or do you just want to get ahead? Dave, now
you're gonna need.
I do need a job.
If you just want to do better at your current job, Dave, here are some great tips that'll help you raise your standing with your current employer or knock them dead at a job interview.
Chester Elton is the author of The Carrot Principle. He is here to talk about The Carrot Principle, which is a fantastic book. And you use motivation to really keep people in their current job, or if they're looking for a new job. So a lot of advice for people out there who are out of a job and want a job. What should they do?
Well, it's really interesting. You know, the Carrot Principle is all about reward and recognition and being positive. So when you're in the interview, you know, people are looking for good goal setters, people that, you know, set a good goal and then achieve that goal and hold themselves accountable. So in the interview, ask about, well, what are the goals of the company, the organization, the team, and then how can I help you achieve those goals?
All right, the next tip that you have is something that seems obvious. Communication. What does that mean?
Exactly. Well, you know, good employees are great communicators. And in the interview, when you communicate, be a good listener, but also be a good storyteller. You know, you want to make yourself stand out. So tell a story about maybe a tough goal that you had that you hit, or how you rallied the team. You know, something that kind of sets you apart. People, you know, numbers are great, but people remember stories.
People love when you're in a conversation with them and you're talking all about them. And at the end of it, they'll say, you know what, that was a great conversation, but I talked about myself. Does the same thing apply in a job situation?
Yeah, you know, my mother gave me a great tip, you know, and on all of your business things you learn from your parents, right?
Yeah.
She said, you know, when you go to a party, you can say, boy, I sat next to the most interesting man. You know, he told me all about himself. Or you can say, I sat next to a man who made me feel like I was the most interesting man. So again, asking questions, what are your goals? How are you doing it? And let them talk about themselves. And be a good listener, I think, is also a great job.
And of course, you have to send a handwritten note afterwards, a thank you note. How do you make that really sing?
Well, isn't that interesting? You know, you got to go retro. I know you're talking about Twittering and online and cell phones, but the retro is very nice. A handwritten note, very personal as a follow-up. People remember that, but be specific about the interview. And if you can leave something behind to make it memorable.
Like your car keys?
Like your car keys. Well, we have actually, yeah, I know. I like to leave behind Garrett the Carrot.
Ah, I love
that. Yeah, and so that you wouldn't feel left out. You know, a little something that says, hey, I was here. Here's a little reminder. Maybe it's the book you were reading, a recommendation, a white paper, some research. But the handwritten note is brilliant.
That goes a long way.
Great suggestions, Chester. Elton, thank you so much. Everybody pick up the Carrot Principle, and we'll never forget you, Chester. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, he won 2 cars and a pair of Chiefs tickets, all in 10 days.